Come. So I firstly excuse the lighting. I just set this up quickly upstairs so I could push this out because this is an important video. And going down flights of stairs on crutches, my friends, is not an easy task, right? Plus, it's rather dangerous when your foot is in a cast and you've just come out of the surgery. But here is what needs to be done with these updates. This is very important, muy importante. So 3 documents were sent by Uber. And usually on the top it was, Jimmy's in the house. It says, hi everyone. I'm not going to make this video too long. I just want you to make sure that you opt out. Now they've built a little trick into this one, the trickery, the Tony West of Uber, their chief legal arsehole, right? CLA, not CLO. Greetings in the house. L. Scott Larrock in the house. 3 documents, my friends. Tiger Meg is in the house. Shout out. Obriga is in the house. Again, excuse the lighting. I just set up very quickly in an upstairs room to push this one out for you because this is very, very important. Slow progress when it comes to the knee, the fractures and the torn ligaments. Man, frustrating, man. You know when you want to go 180 miles, but you can only go 7 miles an hour? Do you know that feeling? You want to go 180 miles an hour, but you can only go... Paul Figueroa in the house. San Diego, baby. Shout out to San Diego. So 3 things here, right? Firstly, we always know there's newbies that have just signed up, created an account. From day one, that first agreement, opt out, meaning, yes, I agree. You click to continue driving, right? You have to click that I agree button, otherwise they keep you off the platform, correct? So you agree to that. Once you agree, you are now able to take your next trip, right? Fact, we've done this many times together, and I never skip a beat here. That's why I came up here at 9 o'clock, crutches and all, to get this video out. Joseph's in the house. Uber's getting harder in New Jersey, not just in New Jersey, my friend. But they sent 3 documents. Right, the one is the service animal acknowledgement. Last update was February the 10th, 2017. So they haven't updated this for a long time. Now, when you agree to these 3 documents, I think the one is 1 page, the other one is 3 pages, the other one is 22 pages. I bet not everyone takes the time to read those 22 pages, but it's important that we read it, and we'll read it again tonight together, because they build in little things that could potentially get you, if you are in trouble, they won't get you the money. Why? Because you basically just waived your rights away. You could do nothing against them if you do not opt out. So, out of the 3 documents, yes, I agree to continue driving. You're back on the platform, taking the trips. Now you have 30 days, 1 month to opt out, right? You have to do it 2 ways, right? So the first 2 emails that you send out is to opt out Schleuder at Uber, SCHLEUDER at uber.com, right? And by the way, I'm going to put those emails below. And I'm actually going to even put the wording below. So you just have to plug in your phone number. You have to plug in your email associated with the account. And you plug in your name and the city that you operate in. Because it's I, Torsten Kunert, residing in Los Angeles, California, signed up with the following phone number, have my account under the following email. I hereby opt out of the latest updates, and you name them. Now, the only one, and this is where they try to catch you, the only one that you cannot opt out of, right? There's a little bit of trickery built in here, is the service animal acknowledgement. This is law. This is the law of the land, unfortunately, right? This is a US law. We've got funny vids in the house. Let me just give you a shout out who's there. And again, excuse the lighting. This is just a very quick setup. Got Diamond Pikachu in the house, Bay Area. Shout out to the Bay Area. I might be coming up there on April the 1st to the protest, the next one. Got Tariq is in the house. Who else is in the house? Give us a shout. We got 67 people. By the way, smash that button. It looks like this. Not like this. The one that looks like this. Because the more ups we get, the more we get love from YouTube, right? The more likes you get, the more love we get from YouTube, the higher the video climbs, the more people we can educate, the more people we can protect. Lee Angel in the house says hi back from me. Hi from me, right? So, my friends, my amigos, amigas, listen up. Daniel's in the house. Well, we are starting our own app. It's called FARE, F-A-R-E. Lots to come. If you haven't heard about it, I'm putting countless hours into FARE, but I'll go there just now. Let me not get too much off topic. So out of these three documents, right, you got the service animal acknowledgement. Do you guys recognize this? Did you get this? You have the indemnity agreement, which I believe is about 3 pages, correct? It's 3 pages. And then you got this long sucker called the platform access agreement. This is the dangerous one. This is where they really want to screw you. And I'll tell you a little bit of a backstory because I opted out from day one. From day one when I signed up, I opted out the first agreement. And I was told so by the people that I work with, you got to opt out. I was told by attorneys, you got to opt out. You do not want this company or these companies like Lyft, DoorDash to force you into arbitration. No, right? You want to have the right, if you get into an accident, if you were stabbed in the back of the neck, excuse the bad example, and you had to go to the hospital and you have $30,000, $40,000 in bills, right? You want to be able to go to Superior Court and nail them big time, money-wise in court, right? Not small claims, not arbitration, but Superior Court. Superior Court, $25,000 and upwards. Because I opted out of every single agreement correctly, and I did it correctly every single time, I reminded drivers over the years, every single time this bullshit came up, I reminded the drivers, beware, there's a new agreement, read everything, agree to continue driving, and then you have 30 days to opt out. Those are the steps. Because I followed that protocol over the years, I was able to sue Uber in Superior Court in LA for $900,000 for referrals they didn't pay me or that they owed me, that they cut me off in 2019, and they settled. I'm not allowed to talk about the settle amount, but I will bet you as a driver, I probably have one of the highest settlements from the company, a check, right, money wired into my account. I'm not allowed to talk about the details. I'm not allowed to talk about the money that I received. But if it was not for the fact that I opted out on day one, I opted out on every single agreement that they updated. I opted out. I had 30 days. I opted out. So I was able to march my case into Superior Court. I did the same with Lyft. I opted out, and I'm still in a lawsuit for $650,000 against Lyft. I will prevail. I will win, Mr. David Risher. I'm relentless. I never give up. That's in my DNA. Now, the only thing when we are opting out and we send this email to opt-out-florida@uber.com, details will be underneath the video, and opt-out-at-Uber, the wording, I'll put it there for you. I, name of the driver, reside in city, state, my phone number associated with the account, my email associated with the account. I hereby opt out of the following agreements. Now, the only one you cannot, right, you're going to say, I acknowledge the service animal acknowledgement agreement, right? Because you cannot opt out of that. Otherwise, they're going to just chop you off and you're going to find yourself off the platform very quickly in form of a deactivation. By clicking yes, I agree, you acknowledge and understand that in order to access the Uber app, you will be obligated to transport passengers with service animals in accordance with all applicable federal, state, and local laws and Uber's service animal policy. There are no exceptions for allergies or religious objections. So if you have religious objections, if your lungs shut down, if you get a bronchial attack because of the cat or because of the dog, right? Because it only applies to dogs. They don't fucking care. You off, right? So you have to agree to this one. This is literally national law. Now, it's up to you. If they have a Great Dane weighing 250 pounds or a dog that's as big as a lion or a dog that's growling at you, a pit bull, nah, sorry, you ain't getting in my car with that dog. No, it's a service animal. Can you provide the proof? In fact, you're not even allowed to ask for the proof, right? But sorry. So there, you can set your boundaries, right? And they will come back at you and they will say, hey, you denied this individual. Yeah, because the dog almost killed me. The dog was snarling, was barking, flashing his teeth. No ways that dog's going to come in. Well, you denied a person with a service animal. Show me the proof, right? So you can fight that one if they wrongfully terminate you. But these two, you have to opt out. Indemnity agreement. This indemnity agreement is by and among you and your company business and Portier LLC, a subsidiary of Uber Technologies in all U.S. states, territories, and possessions. For the sake of clarity and depending on the context, references to we and our and us may also refer to Uber, whereas you are a party to a platform access agreement, the PAA, between you and Uber. Capitalized terms used herein but not defined herein shall have the meanings ascribed to them in the PAA. And you can read through all of this, right? But what we are doing here, this one's dangerous. Limitation of liability to the maximum extent permitted by applicable law, except for liability arising from a party's breach of its confidentiality obligations. In the PA, its indemnity obligations hereunder, or a party's gross negligence or willful misconduct. Neither party, including such parties, affiliates, subsidiaries, parents, successors, and assigns, and each of their respective officers, directors, employees, agents, or shareholders shall be liable. So we shall not be liable for anything that happens, right? Make sure you read that. So this is really what you are opting out of, my friends, right? And any modification of this indemnity agreement must be in writing and agreed by the parties. Now, what you're modifying is you basically saying, look, I'm opting out of this. I'm not agreeing to this. You have 30 days, and then I hereby opt out of the indemnity agreement. I hereby opt out of the platform access agreement. You have to send it by mail. You have to send it by registered mail in the post as well. That is a pain in the ass, which means you have to go down to the post office, you have to print out your little paper on your computer, put it in the envelope, go down there and send it registered mail to which address? Here it comes, right? Now, you're not sending it to their headquarters. You're not sending it to 1455 Market Street, San Francisco. You are sending it to the legal department. Address will be underneath this video. 1515 3rd Street, San Francisco, California. I think it's 94158. I think that's the zip code. You can look it up. Right, so you are sending it registered mail. You are sending it to optout-schleider@uber.com and optout@uber.com. Everything's going to be beneath the video as soon as I finish this live stream. 3 pages. Read them. The next one, the platform access agreement, 22 pages. Here you are literally signing your life away. If you do not opt out of this, right, whether you have an accident, whether you get killed in the process, you just simply can't go after Uber. Bulletproof. Can we get a copy of a letter? A copy of what you need to write? Absolutely. I'm going to put for you in the description field. It's pretty short and sweet. It says it all. But it's the wording, it's the wording that you have to pay attention to, because that is the wording that has to be forwarded by email, by registered mail, in order to opt out of these agreements. So that if the shit hits the fan, if things go wrong, if you are in a bad accident, you can sue. Why can I sue? Because I opted out of this agreement. I didn't agree to this, right? So I agree, click agree, so you can continue on driving. And then you have 30 days to opt out of these agreements. Again, to recap, the only one you cannot opt out of is the service animal agreement. This is set in stone. This is US law. No way around it, right? I have seen countless people getting deactivated over this. So they just want to protect their ass. And last update was in 2017. Here they're coming in 2024. 7 years later, they're bringing this up again. So it says there, transparent team, thank you. Yes, email and mail, registered mail. That's the new part, registered mail. I know it's a pain in the ass, but you got to send this out to their legal department, registered mail. They're very creative, these people, so you want to make sure you got a double. Jody's in the house. Robert Padilla is in the house. TM3 is in the house. Jody Matoma is in the house. Jody says, I was in a not at all fault accident while doing Uber Eats, and Uber did me very well. Quick and without, what does it say here? Quick and without issue, paid out in a couple of weeks for my wrecked vehicle. Uber paid you out? Well, then you're lucky. You're lucky. You're lucky. Because usually there's a $2,500 deductible attached to that. Philadelphia, Sixto, thank you for the speedy recovery. Thank you. Working hard, my friends, up and down the stairs all day long. Can't drive, very frustrating. But what I've noticed, it gives me time to build other courses. It gives me time to do 2 more videos on average per day. I'm pushing out on average now 14 extra videos of knowledge and help per week. Dallas in the house, Dallas, Texas, baby. Hoe gaan het, meneer? Lion King, I love it. Lion, hoe gaan het, meneer? Dit gaan baie goed met my, baie dankie. That was Dutch, Afrikaans. Thank you for that cool message there from Atlanta. Joseph says, hope you're getting better. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you. So this indemnity agreement, read it. It's not long. It was last updated in 2020, right? So this 2024, 4 years before they actually modified this. Modified it. The big one, numero 3, 22 pages, right? Your choice to provide delivery services to requesters and recipients. We do not and have no right to direct or control you. Subject to platform availability, you decide when, where, and whether A, you want to offer delivery services facilitated by our platform, and B, you want to accept, decline, ignore, or cancel a facilitated, you want to of a delivery service facilitated by a platform, and B, you want to accept, decline, ignore, or cancel a delivery defined below a request, provided in each case that you agree not to discriminate against any potential request or recipient in violation of the requirements defined below. Subject to your compliance with this agreement, you are not required to accept any minimum number of delivery requests in order to access our platform. Interesting. So why do they send us this threatening language all the time, right? Our platform, while using our driver app, you may receive lead generation and other technology-based services that enable those operating independent business enterprises like you to provide delivery services to requesters, deliveries, who may request delivery of items weighing up to 50 pounds per package. Probably trying to protect themselves here because, you know, there's a lot of illegal shit that gets transported in our cars. Like, we become mules without our knowledge. We're transporting stuff that we shouldn't be transporting. And so they don't want anything. They don't want any involvement here. They're trying to wiggle their way out of these deliveries. You know, take no responsibility. It's all on you. The shit hits the fan. If you get arrested and thrown in jail, what will probably protect you, hey, I'm currently doing an Uber delivery, right? Go and speak to them. I don't think that the cop's going to throw you in jail. Yoshi, I need to stop working completely. I hear you. The numbers are not healthy anymore. Compliance, you're responsible for identifying. You are responsible for identifying, understanding, and complying with all laws, including but not limited to the American with Disabilities Act and applicable laws governing your collection, use, disclosure, security, processing, and transfer of data, rules and regulations that apply to your provision of deliveries, including whether you are permitted to provide delivery services at all. Wow. So you have to understand and comply with that delivery. Like, you know, we wipe our hands clean here, whatever takes place in your car between you and the client, the customer that we provided, that ordered the parcel of marijuana or heroin, it's all on you, right? It's all on you. Pretty sad how there's zero responsibility here on their side, notwithstanding anything to the contrary in this agreement. For the avoidance of doubt, your ability to access and use our platform is at all times subject to your compliance with the requirements. It's all on you. It's all on you, on your compliance with the requirements. You agree not to access or attempt to access our platform if you are not in compliance with the requirements. Wow. And we clean our hands. Your provision of deliveries, you represent, warrant, and covenant that A, you have all the necessary expertise. How do I have the necessary expertise if a parcel's put in my car, picking it up, no clue, it's all sealed up, right? And I drive into, you know, a police control, or they got a tip off, they pulling me over. We believe you have merchandise in the car, which might be illegal. Well, you know, I would immediately cooperate with the law, saying, you know, by all means, if you believe, just, you can look. All I'm doing is, here's my app. I'm the driver. I'm facilitating this package. Illegal or not, has nothing to do with me. I'm doing it for Uber Technologies in San Francisco, right? Maybe we have x-rays, like the person just said. Maybe we have like a little x-ray built in our cars. We can scan it. Right? We scan it. So just sad that like everything is on you, right? Again, we wash our hands. We have nothing to do with the shit that's in your car. You taking on all responsibility. That's why you are opting out. If things go south, if things go wrong, you can sue these bastards for a lot of money, right? You can sue these bastards. You might not be able to sue the cartel leaders that smuggled the shit in your car, but you can sue the company, right? So anyway, here it says you are responsible for and bear all costs. You are responsible and bear all costs. You, the driver, you're going to bear all costs and all responsibilities, providing all equipment, tools, and other materials that you deem necessary or advisable, and you're solely responsible for any obligations or liabilities arising from the deliveries you provide. You are solely responsibility, right? It's all, you are obligated to handle the costs and anything that goes wrong. This is why we are opting out, right? Let's say something goes wrong with that delivery. God forbid. I hope you're never put in a situation where, I was in that situation once. We had 5 people in the car and 2 big bags of meth, got pulled over by 10 cop cars, guns drawn, right? Probably should have sued, but that would have meant I would have had to draw the other people into that lawsuit, right? The people that were actually smuggling the drugs, and probably wouldn't have ended up too well for me. So didn't do it. Accessing our platform, read that, right? Background checks and licensing, vehicle standards, right? They're going to run, obviously, a background check on you. If something shows up, you're not going to be able to deliver. Accepting delivery requests and delivering. Delivery requests may appear in the driver app. Oh, interesting. They may appear in the driver app. Not deliveries appear in the driver app, right? May. Notice all the ambiguity. Notice how, could be, maybe, we don't quite know if we facilitated that one, right? We're not sure. Could have been our app. So that's why that little word may. Delivery requests may appear in the driver app. For fuck's sakes, David, Daryl Koshashawi and Tony West, how about saying delivery requests appear in the Uber driver app, right? Oh, they may appear there. All the language, again, to wash their hands clean. They may appear in the driver app, and you may attempt to accept. Well, I don't have many choices. If you want me to drive package A from A to B, I either accept or don't accept. I don't know what's in the package, right? But I accepted it because you Uber facilitated it, and that's just the end of the story. But the way they worded, delivery requests may appear in the Uber driver app, and you may attempt to accept, decline, or ignore them. Accepting a delivery request creates a direct business relationship between you and your requester, right? The requester, that's what they're calling it, right? So that's a transaction between you and the person that requested that delivery. We have nothing to do with that. That relationship, that contract is between you and the requester. So if things go wrong between you and the requester, right? Let's say you're supposed to deliver this parcel, which is filled with fentanyl, to a specific address. Somebody gets a tip-off, stops you, gunpoint, takes the merchandise out of your car. You arrive at the location and say, you know what? I don't have the fentanyl. I was ambushed. I'm just giving you a crazy idea. Everything happens, right? And somebody else stole the fentanyl. They got tipped off. Do you think that the recipient, the requester, is going to be happy with you? No. But according to Uber, by the way, that's your problem. That's between you and the requester. So, crazy, right? The mechanism for accepting or declining delivery requests may vary depending on your location and the type of delivery request you accept. You acknowledge upon acceptance of a delivery request. You may incur Uber fees as described in an applicable fee addendum to this PAA. You will choose the most effective, efficient, and safe manner to reach the destination associated with a delivery. You will choose the most effective, not we. We're not giving you the route. No, we just say You will choose the most effective, efficient, and safe manner to reach the destinations associated with a delivery. Any navigational directions offered in the driver app are offered for your convenience only, right? So wherever we're sending you, we're not really saying it's accurate. We're just offering it for your convenience. I mean, Tony West, come on, Chief Legal Officer of Uber. Really? I mean, you're talking about the most fucking devious mind, the most evil mind, the people that write these contracts. Because it's a double middle finger to the driver. Everything's on you. We have nothing to do with the transaction. That's why you opt out. Got 70 people in the house. Hit the like button. I'm going to carry on here. Again, how do we opt out? We accept the agreement to continue driving. We cannot ignore the pets, the service, that service agreement for pets. We cannot ignore that because that's just federal state law. You have to follow that. But when it comes to these two pathetic, the 3-page agreement and the 22-page agreement, you're opting out by email. Directions will be below. Wording that you use will be listed below, and you will be sending it via registered mail to their legal department. I, Torsten Kunert, the name from Los Angeles, with a phone number so-and-so associated with my Uber account, with the email so-and-so associated with my email account, hereby opt out of the following 2 agreements. That's it, right? So it's registered mail and email. By the way, as soon as this video is over, I'm going to cut and paste and put it in there. So you agree not to tamper with the items. You agree not to tamper with the fentanyl. You agree not to tamper with the cocaine. You agree not to tamper with the Viagra package, right? Whatever. There it is. Email and registered mail. Please do it both. And I know registered mail is a pain in the ass. You have to write the letter. Email is so simple, but you have to write the letter. You have to print it out. You have to put it in an envelope. You have to go and buy a damn stamp. Not only a stamp, it has to be registered mail. Registered mail is important because all the postman does is he comes there and drops off thousands of letters and hands in, I delivered this letter. So it's delivered. They have it. There's no excuses. They have your opt-out, right? Can't say, we didn't receive the email. We didn't get it. We had an electronic problem. We had a glitch. We didn't receive your opt-out. No, you got it registered mail, motherfucker, right? From my post office here in Calabasas or in Miami. That's where I sent it from, asshole. I sent it to you at 1515 3rd Street in San Francisco, to your legal department. You have it. I've got the little green USPS slip to prove it. Here it is, registered mail. I paid a premium for that. And yeah, you are going to pay a premium. Every single time, every 12 months, 6 months, when they update this, 2 steps. Email opt-out, registered mail opt-out. Protect yourselves. Protect yourselves. It's a little bit of work for potentially a lot of money, right? So use of Uber branded materials, I'm not going to read that. Crashes, criminal offenses, and other compliance for the purpose of assisting us with our compliance and insurance obligations. You agree to notify us within 24 hours and provide us with all reasonable information relating to any incident, including any crash involving your vehicle. Okay, that's fair. Ratings, the requester, the person that's wants you to transport their fentanyl package, right? And recipient may be asked to comment on your services, and you may be asked to comment on the requester and recipient. These comments can include ratings and other feedback collectively called ratings, right? Now, I don't think that the requester is going to get a great rating if I get stopped by the police and I find out that Uber has facilitated a package of fentanyl, right? And you say it doesn't happen, it happens, right? Out of all the years that I drove and did deliveries, and sometimes people, you get there and say, no, we're not transporting any people today. We just need you to take these bags. So they ordered a regular rideshare car, right? Remove share trips, no share trips. Opt out of pet, opt out of share trips, opt out of teen. Whatever you do, opt out of teen, right? Because in these agreements, it's all on you. What happens in your car between you and the teenager? I mean, you want a false allegation against you from a 16-year-old and you're going to spend time in prison, my friends. It is not worth driving teenagers. As much as I love them, I have 5 of them, it is not worth driving on that Uber teen platform. Because if things go south and there's an allegation from a 16 or 17-year-old girl against you, you are done. You are not protected by them, right? It's all on you, right? You've basically waived all your rights away. It's between you and the parents of that teen. Don't go there. Don't, please. As tempting as that little $20, $30 or $5 may be, don't do it. But one thing I can tell you, it'll be safer transporting a pet. It'll be safer doing a shared rental than a teen rental, right? Listen to me again. Preferably, I would request you opt out of shared, you opt out of pet, and you opt out of teen. But if you want to put like a little bit of an order here, teen is the most dangerous because that shit's going to get you in jail. The pet, okay, pet, right? What's going to happen? You and your pet getting in my car. I'm taking you and your cat or you and your dog because I'm getting a few dollar premium for that trip. Okay. And then the other one is shared. Shared can go horribly wrong. Shared, you literally, by the way, you're doing double the work for the same money, right? Now, the other one, location-based technology services. Now, we're going to go to insurance, deliveries using your vehicle. If you provide deliveries using a vehicle, obligations in this section shall apply. You will maintain automobile liability insurance. Interesting, right? So here they're making you pay for all this insurance and the liability, right? It's all on you, all on you. However, when it comes to the fare breakdown, especially with Lyft, right? External fees and additional fees by Uber, guess what? They are charging you for their insurance policy. So here they say to you, oh, you know what, insurance is on you, buddy, right? But they have the audacity and the cheek to literally double. You already have your insurance, right? You have your insurance. You have your liability insurance. You have your rights insurance. You have your commercial insurance, whichever it may be. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and tag on additional external fees, which are insurance costs, automobile insurance, or it's wrong. It's like double dipping. So what else? Payments, instant pay, availability of instant pay, third-party provider, termination by you may terminate this agreement without cause at any time upon 7 days prior written notice to Uber, and B, immediately without notice for Uber's violation or alleged violation of a material provision of this agreement. Terminate. Well, you know, you're not terminating it, you're opting out, right? You're not saying, I hereby terminate this contract. Well, they'll kick you off the platform. No, I'm just opting out of your legal verbiage. I don't agree to be pushed into arbitration. I prefer if things go wrong, let's say with a parcel delivery, let's say with a mule job, a drug facilitation of a package that fentanyl, if things go wrong, I want to be able to sue Uber because they put me in that situation. Deactivation, oh, don't they love that? You consent to, and we may temporarily deactivate your account without notice. We don't have to give you notice, we'll just deactivate you, right? And both these CEOs say, oh, you know what, we've come out with a way better system, you know, we fighting those wrongful deactivations. No, I mean, here it is, black and white. You consent to, and we may temporarily deactivate your account without notice to investigate whether you have engaged in or your account has been used in activity that is deceptive, fraudulent, I'd say. Well, if it's deceptive and fraudulent, dear Uber, dear Tony West, dear Dara, you facilitated that. It's your client. I'm just doing the delivery. So any form of deceptiveness or any fraudulent activity, right? I'm just the driver. I took that 25-pound parcel of fentanyl to the next drug dealer, right? But you talk about being unsafe, illegal, harmful, fraudulent, deceptive. That's them. But what do they want to do? Again, clean our hands. Any of that bullshit, it's not us. It's all on you. It's all on you, right? So disclaimers, blah, 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 you can read all of that, blah, 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 blah. If any dispute arises between you and your requesters or any other third party, you release us. Look at this one. Look at this. Did you even take the time to read this one? 6.3, if a dispute arises between you and your requester, right? By the way, the requester is Uber's client, right? Could be the customer, could be the rider, the person ordering the food, the person ordering the delivery. They call it the requester. Oh, no, they requested you, right? We just have an app. And you may have, listen to the verbiage, Tony West. You may have engaged with our app. We don't know. Fuck yeah, you know, because you facilitated it, arsehole, right? You sent us the requester. I mean, look at the verbiage that they choose to wiggle out of this one, excuse me. So if a dispute arises between you and your requesters or any third party, you release us from losses of every kind of nature. So let's say for some reason, that bag of 1 pound of cocaine, street value $150,000, right, didn't arrive. Well, that's on you. So the losses that requester or that cartel suffered is on you. Deal with them. We have nothing to do with it. You have to opt out, right? You don't want to be caught in a situation like that, right? From losses of every kind and nature, known and unknown, suspected and unsuspected, disclosed and undisclosed, arising out of or any way connected with such disputes. My guess is they revised this after there were several big news stories in the media about drivers saying the company is making them act like a mule, right? Like a transporter for drugs. Whether it's coming in from whatever country, whether it's going from California to Nevada, whether it's going from Mexico to California. You know what? Several things blew up in the media. Drivers were saying, you know, we're being used as mules. And Uber said, hang on, we got to be careful here. We got to be careful, right? We do not want to be caught in any problems. So it's all on that driver. It's between the driver and that requester. We have nothing to do with it. They may or may have not used our app. They very well know that they facilitated the requester. Come on. So no, 6.4, dangerous, right? 6.4. Listen to this. We may use algorithms. We may use algorithms, right? No, we do use algorithms. That's verbiage for we use algorithms, right? That's admitting right there. Oh, we may use algorithms. No, you use algorithms in an attempt to facilitate rides and improve the experience of users and the security and safety of our platform. Any such use does not constitute a guarantee or warranty of any kind, expressed or implied. Wow. Confidentiality agreement. Each party acknowledges and agrees that the performance of this agreement it may have access to or may be exposed to directly or indirectly confidential information of the other party or third parties, blah, 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 blah. Okay, obligations, remedies here. So the unauthorized use or disclosure of any confidential information would cause irreparable harm and significant damages, the degree of which may be difficult to ascertain. According to the parties, have the right to obtain immediate equitable relief to enjoin any unauthorized use or disclosure of confidential information. That's just all about intellectual property. Third-party miscellaneous modifications, assignment. We may freely assign or transfer this agreement or any of our rights or obligations in them in whole or in part without your prior consent. You agree not to assign this agreement in whole or in part. So we can assign it, you can't assign it. Conflicts, interpretation, notice, governing law, tie agreement. I want to get to when it comes to here we go. Da 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 da. This is the one you have to pay attention to. Why? It's in bold. Let's read this before we wrap this up. 45 minutes. We have 79 people in the house. Please smash the like button. Again, as I mentioned, it has to be emailed. It has to be sent via registered mail to their legal department. The verbiage of the opt-out for anybody who's just come in right now will be found in the description. I'm going to make it simple and easy. I'm going to show you the emails where it has to be sent to. I'm going to show you the address you have to send registered mail to. And I'm going to give you the wording. So you only have to plonk in your name, your phone number, and your email, and your city, and you're good to go. Here it is. Arbitration provision. Important, muy importante. Please review this arbitration provision carefully, as it will require you to resolve disputes with us on an individual basis. You can't go into a class action, right? So the one thing you're waiving your rights here, that's why you're opting out, you can't join a class action, right? If an attorney contacts you and says, did you opt out of that agreement? Yes, I did. Okay, come join our class action. If you didn't opt out of this agreement, you cannot be part of any class action. You cannot even go and get your own attorney and take them to superior court over $25,000. They will force you into arbitration. They pay for the arbitration. They control the arbitration, meaning the outcome 99.9% of the time will be against you. Why? Because you just waived all your rights where you forgot to opt out of the arbitration agreement in 30 days. You forgot it and you just said bye-bye to all my rights. So whatever happens with that fucking fentanyl package, that big bag of cocaine that you were transporting, it's all on you, baby. It's not us. Our hands are clean, right? So as it will require you to resolve disputes with us on an individual basis through final and binding arbitration, except as provided below, you may choose to opt out of this arbitration provision by following the below instructions, right? So we're going to look at the below instructions, but beyond that, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if they want us to send that registered mail. I advise you strongly to send it via registered mail as well. So they're going to educate us as to how we can opt out, right? There it is. We can opt out of this. Problem is, who reads up to page 21 and 22 and who actually opts out, right? I know that my channel, since I started it years and years and years and years ago, right, for at least 8 or 10 years, I have always made the opt-out videos in time as the changes came in. Always warn the drivers, hey, it is time to opt out. You have 30 days to opt out, right? So if you receive this on 3/6, make sure you get it in by 4/5. There are and or maybe lawsuits alleging class, collective, or representative claims on your behalf against us. If you do not opt out of this arbitration provision and therefore agree to arbitration with us, you are agreeing in advance, except as otherwise provided below, that you will not participate in and therefore will not seek or be eligible to recover monetary or other relief in connection with any such class, collective, or representative lawsuit. This arbitration provision, however, will allow you to bring individual claims in arbitration on your own behalf. That's what they would like. Sorry, Tony West, sorry, but we're not agreeing to your bullshit. So how this arbitration provision applies, this arbitration provision is a contract governed by the Federal Arbitration Act, blah, 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 and evidences a transaction involving commerce. You agree that this is not a contract of employment involving any class of workers engaged in foreign or interstate commerce within the meaning of Section 1 of the Federal Arbitration Act, blah, blah, blah. So, goes on and on and on and on, on. Limitations on how this arbitration provision applies, where you allege claims, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm looking for, what do they say? Disputes regarding the nature of your relationship with us, including but not limited to any claim that you are an employee of us, as well as any claim you bring on your own behalf as an aggrieved worker for recovery of underpaid wages or other individualized relief, as opposed to a representative claim for civil penalties, or arbitrate and must be brought in arbitration on an individual basis only, paying for the arbitration, except in the case of offers of judgment, such as under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 68 or any applicable state equivalents. Each party will pay the fees for his or her own attorneys and any costs that are not unique to arbitration, subject to any remedies to which that party may later be entitled under applicable law. Blah, 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 blah. Here it is. Here it is. Here we go. So, here it is. Your right to opt out of this arbitration provision. Shall we come here to the grand finale, right? This is like the marathon. We've come to the finishing line. This is it right here. So we've got 86 people in the house. We've got 80. I need to get up to 86. We have 86 people in the house. Let's get it up to 86. So your right to opt out of this arbitration provision and all other past updates, right? Every single time you've got to follow the same protocol because you have the right to opt out of this arbitration provision. Agreeing to this arbitration provision is not a mandatory condition of your contractual relationship with us. If you do not want to be subject to this arbitration provision, listen up. Probably the most important part of this 53-minute or 60-minute video. Let me repeat. If you do not want to be subject to this arbitration provision, you may opt out of this arbitration provision, subject to the pending litigation provision in Section 12.2 and the limitations set forth in the Section 12.8, to do so within 30 days. There it is, within 30 days. So when did you get this by email, right? 30 days. Don't wait till day 27. Don't wait to day 28. Don't send it off on day 29. No, get it done this week, right? Get it, make a goal, get it done by this Monday. With Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. I know it's Friday because I'm getting a specialized brace put on my leg. That's going to be fun. No driving for me, no running, no wild monkey sex, no nothing. Sad. But back to this one, right? To do so within 30 days of the date that this agreement is electronically accepted by you, you must send an electronic email from the email address associated with your driver account. Let me say this 3 times. You must send an electronic email from the email address associated with your driver account, from the email address associated with your driver account, from the email address associated with your driver account. So don't like, oh, okay, 5 emails, I'll just send them. I'll send it to this one. No, it has to be sent from the email associated with your account. So if it's joedoe@gmail.com, and that's where you opened up your Uber account, that's where it has to be sent from. Otherwise, it has 0 validity, right? So it gets sent to opt out, right? There it is, opt out, there it is, and it'll be below. Opt out _Schleuder@uber.com, stating you intend to opt out of this arbitration provision, as well as your name, the phone number, and the email associated with your driver account and the city in which you reside. So I've said that 3 times, right? I've been saying this for years. Your name, your phone number, your email, from your email associated with your account, and the city that you reside. I, Torsten Kunert, phone number 480 blah, 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 email account blah, 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 residing in the city of LA, Miami, Salt Lake City, blah, 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 hereby opt out of the latest terms of service agreement sent to me on date, blah, 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 blah. An email sent by your agent or representative, including your counsel, shall not be effective, right? So you're going to try and sell it from an agent, sell it from your secretary, sell it from your mother, your brother, your attorney. Doesn't help. It has to be from you, from your email associated with your account. Your email may opt out yourself only, and any email that purports to opt out anyone other than you shall be void. So you can't like say, oh, me and my older brother that also does Uber. No. It's just me with the following account, right? Or me and my younger sister who does Uber Eats. No, it doesn't count. Only you. So who do we have here? Alexander, are you going to link it? What do you mean by am I going to link it? What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to write up that little opt-out agreement. You plug in your name, your phone number, your email, your city. I'm going to put the emails there where it needs to go to. And I'm going to put the address, the physical address of the legal offices in San Francisco at Uber Technologies Legal Department, 1515 3rd Street, San Francisco, California, 94158. I'm going to put that underneath the video. The rest you do. The emailing part, you do. The registered mail, you do, right? Bam, this week, latest Monday. So, should you not opt out of this arbitration provision within the 30-day period, you and Uber shall be bound by the terms of this arbitration provision. Let me repeat. Should you not opt out of this arbitration provision within the next 30 days, you and Uber shall not be bound by the terms of this arbitration provision. You will not be subject to retaliation if you exercise your right to opt out. So we cannot retaliate against you because you listen to the rideshare professor. We cannot retaliate or wrongfully deactivated you because you watched that video of Torsten Kunert, the rideshare professor, who gave me the advice to opt out, right? I am bringing attention to 22 pages, and guess what? The juice, right? The real juice is here at the bottom of 22. Be honest, how many of you have read all 22 pages and made it to that final page that says, yeah, there it is. This is how I need to opt out. So by clicking, yes, I agree, here it is. This is how it ends. By clicking, yes, I agree, I expressly acknowledge that I have read, understood all the bullshit that Uber has sent me, all the 22 plus 3 pages plus 1 page. There's 25 pages of bullshit I am just agreeing to right now. Click so I can continue driving. But thereafter, thank God, because Rideshare Professor reminded me, I have 30 days to opt out. How do I opt out? instructions in the description field below. Look, I'm tired. My leg is facing down. All the blood has gone into the leg. I need to get into bed. I need to get my leg up. I am organizing the April 1st protest from these headquarters. I am organizing the May Day, May 1st protest from these headquarters. I am organizing the July 4th protest from these headquarters. And my friends, you will be proud when you see the website. There are 25 warriors, 25 generals, right, that are fighting for you, right? One of them, Jeff Watts, Mic Drop Barbecue, right? You know him. A lot of good people have started the movement, right? Because in 2023, we were nice. We were asking, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. In 2024, you did not listen to us. You're doing the same bullshit. You're taking more than ever before. You've done nothing about safety. You're still wrongfully deactivating us. And you're trying to fuck us over with these type of contracts. Sorry. So join the movement, fight. We also putting a massive effort to get in that fair co-op off the ground. So we have an alternative to Uber and Lyft. We're working on it. We potentially have a $35 million investor that we're meeting next week, but we're going to march on until we get that app out so that there is a competitor. But what I can tell you is that the relentless pressure, the relentless whipping, the ass whipping that I do so well, the relentless jabs, the relentless uppercuts, the relentless hooks will not stop. We are going in with this with a mentality. It's 15 rounds. It's a long boxing fight. And when the judges come out, the decision has to be in our favor at the end of 2024. And if it takes one protest, February 14th, Valentine's Day, that started the movement, to take a second, a third, or a fourth, or a fifth, there's going to be an insane amount of media pressure. We already had, at the first one, 45 to 50 cities participating in 3 countries. We're going to get up to 10 countries on the next one, probably over 100 cities. We're going to get it to 20 countries by the third protest. And by July the 5th, we'll probably have 50 different countries participating. How do we do that? Ladies and gentlemen, you take the credit here, right? This is really about you, the driver. This is really about the people that visit this channel, that pass on the videos, that amplify our voices, that share on social media, that go and drop the links in Facebook, that go and write their own tweets, that go and make their own videos. This movement is you. This is not me, right here, Professor. I am one of several generals. I am no better. I'm completely equal to every single person. Hey, right in this live stream, we're all equal. All the generals that are driving this movement, we're all equal. There's no superiority syndrome. There's no CEO bullshit or CLO or CFO or CTO crap. No, we're all equal generals fighting for the same cause, knowing we have millions of angry drivers in our corner, right? And with that energy, with that resolve, with that power, with that direction, with that motivation, we march. We suit up, we put on our greens, and we march. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. We're coming for you to the headquarters. And by the way, it's holding a poster, not a gun, right? Not a rifle here. No, it's holding a banner, right? We're going to have loyalty, right? Derek Shashaw, you said you want to earn us a loyalty. Show us how you earn our loyalty. So we have very, very, very targeted campaigns. Hopefully I'll be there with a bullhorn at the Uber headquarters in San Francisco calling Mr. CEO Derek Shashaw. Please step outside onto the streets of San Francisco and have a conversation with us. And we drive around in our car. We drive over to Lyft headquarters. Good afternoon, Mr. David Risher. We have 500 cars here, 500 drivers.
And we are protesting the following. We are demanding better pay, we are demanding safety, and we're demanding the end to wrongful conversations. Would you please come out of your offices and have a conversation with us on the street?
Invite's there, baby. Come out, Mr. Risha. Come out, Mr. Khosrowshahi. We're right here. We want to talk. We want to talk. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Come outside. Come outside. Don't hide. Don't hide. Come outside. So yeah, they better come outside, right? They better talk to us. I've had enough talking. I have gone through 3 of these damn pages with you. I've explained the same opt-out things 26 times in the last 65 minutes. Now I'm going to end the live stream. I am going to wish you all a great night, a safe night if you're driving or resting. You, your families, God bless you all. Please be safe. Please be safe. CBL Daddy, thank you, my friend. Really, it's really, number one is just keeping yourself safe out there, right? You know, being aware, never letting the guard down, windows up, making sure that the person in the car is the person that's meant to be in the car, not some third party in a hoodie disguising himself as, you know, a ghetto boy trying to steal your car with a gun or with a knife. So you have to be on it at all times, right? Sadly, we have to do the security work, right? Matthew in the house. Anybody wants a shout out, give me your name and the city. Matthew Rourke, where are you from? Robert Strickland, where are you from, my friend? Robert Strickland in the house. Yes, I recognize you. Awesome. Good to see you, Robert. Much love. Who else do we have? Let me give a couple of shout outs. San Diego, California, 2 hours from me. I'm up in LA. CBL Daddy is down in San Diego. Ontario. That's it. Robert Strickland in the house. Scott Tucker's in the house. Austin, Texas. Yeah, baby. New Jersey. Bubba Sue 74. Transparencies, Mountain View, California. Awesome. Boston, Massachusetts. Matthew Rourke in the house. Uber driver Shane Magnus. North Carolina, baby. Tonight. Joshy from Joshua, Orlando. Kissimmee, Florida. La Mirada, Jimmy Abstract Echo, Tiger Meg, good evening, much love, my friend. Where are you from, Tiger Meg? Barnes Corporation, have a good night, speedy recovery, appreciate it. Palmdale, California, Arturo A, Young Boy, Pittsburgh. No fools, baby, we ain't no fools, No, we definitely no fools. So any last minute shout outs before Cripple Boy here grabs his crutches and tries to attempt going up and down the stairs. Matthew from Delhi, California. Good to see you, buddy. New Orleans in the house. Columbus, Ohio. Scott Tucker, you on your way. Mustafa, Atlanta. I like it. Mustafa, Atlanta. Jacksonville, Florida. Bill M. Well, all of you, all of the people that I've given a shout out, you, your families, stay blessed. Please be safe. Please, at all times when you're out there on the streets. It's not just about the drivers and the cars that are passing you left and right. It's about who you pick up and who you drop off. Levo in the house. Thank you. Vegas is in the house. Boston, Alex Pichado's in the house, right? So all these levels of safety, you know, it's a stressful environment being in the car. Again, Megan Perrone, woo. Megan Perrone in the house. Tiger Meg, yes. Sorry, my eyes are, Megan Perrone, love her. The best. Megan Perrone, what a sweetheart. And thank you, Megan, for that awesome gift you sent, right? Super sweet. Tiger Meg, that name suits her well. Tiger Meg, Megan Perrone, in the house. Love you. Abstract Echo, Jimmy. So there is the last 5 minutes I'm going to be spending right now is ending up the live stream and putting the verbiage down. Bill M. Always, right? Always. We'll keep on. We'll keep on fighting. We'll keep on advocating. We'll keep on fighting. We'll keep on advocating. And I can promise you, we will knock on their door. We will keep on knocking on their door. We will knock 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 on their door until they fucking listen to us. Period. Right? Relentless. 1,000 cuts. So tomorrow, big day. All my South African really, really good friends are in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for the big fight. My friend Kevin Lorena is fighting against Justice Puni in the undercard under Anthony Joshua, who fights against Ngannou. So prayers to them that they're safe in that fight, and may Kevin Lorena come home victorious to South Africa. He lost his mother today. Can you imagine you lose your mother? His mother passed away one day before his big fight. God bless you, Kevin Lorena. God bless your great mother. I know her. I met her. And bring that belt, bring the Bridgerweight belt home to South Africa for your mother. Do it for your mother. Much love. Stay protected. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. All my boys boxing there. They're going to be instrumental. They're some of the best boxers in the world. They're going to be amplifying us in South Africa because South Africa is protesting with us. Cape Town, Johannesburg, Pretoria, Port Elizabeth, they're all protesting with us as cities because united we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. Simple, right? Simple. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. And please, 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 please be safe out there. How do I end the stream? There it is. There's a little X button. Good night. Sleep tight.